Trust God, cry, repeat. Trust God, cry, repeat. Trust God, cry, repeat. Trust God, cry, repeat.
Hey ladies, this is Nyoka Hall, and welcome to Trust God, Cry, Repeat podcast, bringing you a fresh new podcast for your encouragement. Today we're going to talk about loving the husband you have, not the husband you think you want. Yes, I said it. Loving the husband you have, not the husband you think you want. Let me ask you a question as we dive in. How unfair would it be for your husband to create a running list of how he preferred you to be? Would you feel thoroughly loved and appreciated? I would think not. I would cringe to even think what would be on my list. If you don't truly like it, then tear up your mental list of what you have for him. Tear it up. Ladies, have you stopped lately to see how God is blessing you through your husband? I know lately I've been kind of in a reflective mode of just like thanking God for who I have as my husband and what I have that God has entrusted me with. So let me ask. Or should I say, let me explain. Let me explain. The Lord allowed my now husband to find me in a time where I was at my lowest point. I lost my dad August 21st, 2001. And until August 29th, 2002, I suffered through many things. Many things that I'll address in a later post or a later podcast. But I was a diamond that had been dropped along the side of the road, uncovered, and beginning to show signs of erosion due to my newfound exposure. He came into my life unexpectedly, that tongue tightness, I rebuked that, and reminded this buried treasure that I was indeed a treasure, and he has not let down ever since. He is an extension of God's love for me. He washes me over with the gospel. He is my baby, and I was challenged to look at the examples of how well he loves me, protects me, comforts me, all because of Christ. Again, tear up that list of shortcomings and look for how God is using your husband and your life today or this week or this year, even this month. Share with him and see if it makes a difference. See if it is like a glimmer of hope in a daunting darkness. Ladies, you have the wonderful opportunity to be a helpmeet and a person to pray for your hero, to protect his secrets, and to encourage him in the Lord. If you find yourself in an abusive relationship, get out now. Get out and be safe. Your safety is of the utmost importance. If you are in an unequally yoked relationship, this podcast will not offer a magic fix because it's warned not to do that in the Bible. But I challenge you to go to God on his behalf. This podcast focuses on reminding and remembering that we are all a work in progress. We are all in need of Jesus, and no one is exempt from that. Take a moment today or this week, but I want you to try to do it this week, to ask your husband what is going on and what can you be praying about for him. He may rattle off a lot of things that you need to jot down or commit to memory, or he may say nothing. And if he says nothing, just say, okay, I wanted to just let you know that you were worth praying for, and try this for a whole week. Ask him every day for a whole week. And not in an obnoxious way, like, you got anything to pray for? You cannot pray anything. Like, take that out of, even in your life, take that out of your life. But genuinely take time each week to find a moment to ask, is there anything that I can be praying for you about? And I may have ordered those words wrong, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm trying to push past this tiredness, y'all. It's been crazy up here with this windstorms. But I just wanted to let you know that you were worth praying for. That's very important to make sure you say. And so, like I said, try it for this whole week and see what happens. For the Bible says that wives submit to their husbands as is fitting to the Lord. And that comes from Colossians chapter 3, verse 18, and that's from the ESV version. I want you to remember that you can, at any time, ladies, you can be the younger or the older woman in this part of your life. Like, for me, I know when we read the scriptures and we talk about like the older women are supposed to be helping the younger women and teaching them and admonishing them and, helping them to learn how to be, like that godly woman. But in your life, you could always be, not always, at a point in your life, you could be that younger and older woman, if that makes sense. Because there always will be somebody that's younger than you, and there always will be somebody that's older than you. So it's important to always have somebody that you are trying to pour into and have someone else that's pouring back into you. That's a very, very good, important point. So make sure that we take time also to reflect back and make sure that we are thanking God for the blessings that we have. And if you don't know, find out. Ask an older woman that's walking in the Lord, or walking, on this side to please God. Ask her some tips about whatever is going on. If it's your conversation, ask her how to be more meek, how to be more meek. Or if it's nobody right now that you can kind of reach out to, pray, God, I want to be more meek, or I want to be more patient. Because I know my husband can attest to lately I've been snippety, and I'm not trying to be, and I've been praying about it. And every time I try to go back and I try to apologize, because it seems, I don't know, sometimes when you go through certain things in life, and this does not excuse it, it's really easy to do the flesh way. I'll say it like that. It's really easy to lean towards your flesh. It's harder not to. And this week, I feel like that with certain things going on that, again, I'll address in later podcasts with just me emotionally, I feel like I've been more snippety. So I can go before God and say, God, help me to not do that. I don't want to bite his head off. He's a blessing in my life. I don't want to make him feel like he's doing something wrong. Just be honest. That's a good thing too, to be honest with God. Also be honest with your husband, and it will make a world of difference. But I also wanted to leave you with a poem that I wrote to my husband as a reminder. And I hope it encourages you, and maybe give you a few things to say, or that you can use when talking to your husband. But the poem is entitled, What You Have Not Been and Are Not. You have not been a cold shoulder, a husband who demeans, a friend who takes joy in my pain, a lazy soldier for the sake of the gospel, unwilling to parent 3 miracles, scared to attack a hurdle, a reason to worry, a faulty protection, a cheater. Remember, it's what you have not been. So you have not been unfaithful in honoring our commitments, worthless, an abuser, uncreative, uninspiring, incompatible. You have not been unable to make me laugh. You have not been a weak man, an unimpactful, disgraceful, unable to provide or shoulder to cry on. You have not been unwise. You have not been an unwise leader, indecisive, inconsistent. You have not been a dry fountain of encouragement, unfruitful, common, mediocre. You have not been continually distracted by everything else, unmotivated, unrelatable. You are my happily ever after. You are the hook to my endless melody of memories of us. You are the lingering embrace that reminds me of the fact that there is no place like home. As I watch while you keep pouring out the best for us, you are my happily ever after. Be blessed, ladies, and remember to trust God as you cry and repeat. Take time to talk to your hero. Take time to go to God for him. Take time to let him know he's worth praying for. And take time to look back and just thank God for what you have. You guys be blessed.
Trust God, cry, repeat. Trust God, cry, repeat. Trust God, cry, repeat.